Some people think their money or their seat gives them power until life hands them a ticket called humility. This story will remind you that respect should never depend on someone's appearance. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell because here on Skin Deep Stories, we share powerful true-to-life stories that reveal how karma and grace often travel on the same flight. Question for you. If someone embarrassed you in front of everyone, would you forgive them or let fate take over? Let's find out what happened on Flight 227 that no one will ever forget. The boarding gate was packed. Passengers hurried to take their seats. Flight attendants smiled through the chaos, and a young black man named Darius Coleman quietly walked down the aisle to his seat in economy. He wore simple jeans, carried an old backpack, and nodded politely as he passed. But before he could sit, a well-dressed businessman suddenly frowned and said, "Excuse me, flight attendant, are you sure he's supposed to be sitting here? He looks out of place." A few passengers chuckled. One woman whispered, "Maybe he's lost." Darius tried to stay calm, but the man wouldn't stop. He called the attendant again, saying Darius had made him uncomfortable. Moments later, security arrived, and to Darius's shock, they escorted him off the plane. No one defended him, not a word of protest. Standing alone in the terminal, Darius felt every eye on him, every ounce of humiliation sinking deep. But instead of fighting back, he simply said, "It's okay, I'll wait for the next flight." What no one knew was that Darius wasn't just a passenger. He was a pilot recently certified, waiting for his first official flight with the same airline. 30 minutes later, the same passengers, including the businessman, sat buckled in, ready for takeoff. The POS system crackled. A confident voice came over the speaker. "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking, Captain Darius Coleman. Welcome aboard Flight 227. We're cleared for takeoff." The cabin fell silent. Every head turned. The same man who had been laughed at and escorted off moments ago now stood in the cockpit, calm, professional, and proud. As the plane rose through the clouds, the businessman couldn't meet his eyes. And when they landed, Darius stepped out first, greeted every passenger with a polite smile, and said quietly, "I hope your flight was comfortable. Respect costs nothing, but losing it can cost you everything." What would you have done if you were in Darius's shoes? Would you forgive or make them face their shame? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Skin Deep Stories, where every story reminds us that you never know who you're really talking down to.